saying though, Ben, is that
it's man, we start.
wow, bro.
Sorry, just keep going. But anyways,
What I'm saying though is that she don't have to do business with me in real estate. She don't have to do business. She don't never have to do business with me, and she can make $1 million. Okay, so like if I'm a nurse and you're a doctor,
mm-hmm.
I have to do business with you. I can't just walk off with somebody's dying. Okay, but she don't never have to do business with me in the end. Cause there's people in real estate I don't do business with.
Hey, so just quick pause for y'all just this second. Y'all gonna see this in two sections because an Amber Alert decided to come on the damn phone as we were recording. So if y'all see this in two sections, just ignore that part and keep going because the Amber Alert decided to screw up the whole setting. We're not gonna just start all over again. But go ahead.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though is that when you're self-employed, like it's more. I know if I gotta watch how I interact with her.
Right. Or let me just throw this out here. Every single interaction you make, you try to do that with your best foot forward because you never know when you do run into them again. That might be the one person that you insulted, and that turns out that's your judge that's going to decide if they can, waive your parking tickets that you had or something.
Right.
And I was actually going to suggest to you when you had mentioned that you have to try to mentally block that image of what you're seeing out. Maybe instead of thinking about that, just try to think of one other place anywhere else to throw a compliment out. Like no lie, I've had some people tell me that my eyebrows look really nice, right? And it makes me feel so good. It makes my day. And you know what? If that helps you clear your head, and you know what I mean, it puts you back on track. You might even have a chance to talk to that person. It's a good opening line. You go, hey, I think you're attractive, but it's not because of what you put in front of me.
Here's my thing.
And then sometimes you can say something like this, man, that dress make your breath look really good.
Maybe not the first line.
Yeah, but you if I'm cool with you, right?
Maybe like a month later.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My thing is like me and Rose, you know this too. We both work in healthcare, so a lot of times, and maybe it's just me. I don't know. I wear undershirts, of course, because I get cold and the unit gets cold or whatever. And I'll walk downstairs or I'll be upstairs or wherever. And for some odd reason, a nurse she may be doing something and there's no undershirt whatsoever. And I'm not trying to look, I'm not trying to be like, big perv. But it's just like right there in your face. So I'll glance, walk by.
Like in scrubs?
Yeah, scrubs. Like scrubs are like infamous for cleavage.
Really?
Are you talking about one pool?
I was like,
no, I'm not. No, I'm not really. I really not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say I've worn so many scrubs in my life, and
for me,
it's never. I've actually never been able to see anything. It's always been cloudy over Cleveland,
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't think it's cloudy.
When
you're not.
They must be wearing extra baggy ones or something because we always try to get the extra fitted ones.
My thing is like when you're not. Y'all say it's cloudy over Cleveland. Like I said, I was born like this.
But bro, you ought to be in something like real estate where like women have to dress up. The women got to dress up, and they don't have a uniform.
Yeah.
And they have to kind of look good because that's part of how they make money. It's a different level, man. Because they know that some women know the difference between showing enough and not showing enough, and they know that if it's calling me or calling somebody that's attractive, they're gonna call a girl that's attractive because that's just how it is. You know what I mean? If a woman, if y'all women and y'all looking at another woman, y'all see a dude that y'all find attractive in a suit, Because y'all like most girls go crazy over man in a suit. That's like women cleavage, you know what I mean? That's like women cleavage, you know what I mean? So you don't call that dude, you know what I mean? Because you're like, man, that's a nice suit.
No.
Yeah, the suit don't do it for you.
I mean, that's nice.
I'm not gonna preference who I pick for a professional project based on how they look.
No. But okay, let's say you're not. That happens all the time. That happens all the time.
It happens with the male gaze.
I think it happens with both.
Men do that. I guarantee you, women in their professions. I mean, maybe Pepper, you have a different opinion.
Okay,
I guarantee you, for me, I'm not going to choose to call this real estate agent because he's a hot man versus this real estate agent because she's a woman that isn't the best dresser. I'm going to pick the best person for the job in a professional setting.
And that's good, but most people do not do that. You know,
I mean, who's most people though? But who's most people? Because that's your perspective on things. So who are these people that you're saying? Who is this majority that you're talking about?
I know
it sounds like what he's saying is a typical man because
no, dude, I just like male or female.
I think a male, and what you're saying is that a male doesn't think with his respective brain. He thinks with the other limb, and he's going off of what she's wearing and not what she's saying. It's more like to tell the kids at Laurel Rita, say, you hear me, but you're not listening to me. You hear me say, you're going to get restrained, but I say, you're going to get restrained if you don't relax and just come over here and sit down. All they hear is, I'm going to get restrained. So they hear me, but they're not listening to what I'm saying. I say, you hear me? Hey, Mr. I know. I hear, but I'm not listening. I said, okay, so why don't you stop and listen?
Okay, let me throw this at you. Okay, say that, you're on Facebook. Okay, you're on Facebook, and let's say you got two men that got a video. Okay, one dude is well dressed, he got shaved in the sun, you know what I mean? He got a nice suit, he trimmed up, he's well manicured down. Then you got a dude that's in a tank top, and he's scruffy, the beard of what's up, but he's scruffy. Which one you really gonna call first?
What's he saying though?
Which one you really gonna call first?
What's he saying?
It don't matter what he's saying.
Based on just look now, I feel like
because one dude
we went from having a conversation and being attracted to them through the conversation to just look now.
Well, because one dude played the part, right? And the other dude ain't really playing the part.
What are we talking?
Oh, okay. So you're talking about professional, or we're talking about getting to know somebody socially?
Well, we kind of talking about both of them. Because, because you want a man, right?
He presents well in comparison to the man that's not dressed well, because the dressed well person takes their job seriously. In a social setting, I'm going to make my judgment based on the conversation.
That's what I was thinking. Like, the conversation, like, if it's social setting, like, hey, let's go here, go there. I don't give a damn if you wear a three-piece suit and you're out in the sun with your sunglasses on. Like, what are you saying? I'm trying to hear what you're saying. But in a professional setting, honestly, I'm still gonna listen to what you're saying. What you're wearing, okay, it might catch my attention, but what you're saying is really going to more or less. If I'm gonna want to hear what you have to say. But honestly, what you're wearing is going to attract the person's attention to keep their attention on what they're saying. So if Pepper's over here wearing this dress compared to her wearing some baggy sweats and she's trying to sell me a house, I'm be like, yeah, this girl in baggy sweats, I ain't trying to hear that shit, but she wearing a dress, I'm trying to hear it. Or the dress she's wearing, or whatever she decides to wear, it kind of sells. So it's like, catch my attention, keep my attention.
So a date site is you selling yourself, right?
Yes, it's marketing.
It's marketing, right? Okay, so you prove my point.
Well, not quite.
Why not?
I say you prove my point 10 T, but that's
I don't concur. First of all, that's your designation on what is beauty in our eyes. I actually happen to be a chubby chaser, so I was like, the fit guy wouldn't be for me, you know, and I wouldn't. That guy, I mean, he's probably nice, but I'm not gonna talk to him because that's not my type, you know. I mean, thanks for whatever it is you said. That's it, you know. I think that's, you know, just, you know, she probably has a different opinion of who she's into, you know. So
Everybody has different opinions.
yeah, I don't think it's necessarily that, but I mean, if you are being disrespectful, even if you're the type of person that I would date physically, you know, I'm not going to talk to you because I'm not going to tolerate that.
Okay, that's respectable. I mean, me personally, everybody says what they call them, BBWs. I love them. I ain't gonna lie.
You knew exactly what BBW. You had to think about it.
Bro, stop playing. Bro, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing with me, girl. Anyway, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I know it. Damn it. I love big, beautiful women.
What's
And here's my thing.
Big hands.
I get you.
Big, beautiful women.
Okay,
but she like big BHW, big hands, BHM, big hands.
But put a size to it. Like put a size to it. Like a weight right there.
Everybody's got their
I ain't trying to
choices.
offend nobody.
There's some folks that you know,
I ain't gonna be like,
extra luscious, and some people just like a little luscious.
I ain't gonna be like, she's over 250. I ain't fucking with her. Like it's
okay, but what stuff like 220, 250?
Bro, I don't know, man. It's just like
because everybody wears 220 and 250 differently.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like if she's 5'2" and 220,
like,
that's gonna be bad. Like
what the dude? What? Offensive lineman looking dude.
So you talking about yourself?
No, I'm not talking about myself.
Well, I've dated, you know, across the spectrum there, but typically the first ones that I'm inclined to talk to meet a certain look. But I mean, that's not going to rule out other folks, especially if all the people at the party that I go to, you know, of the certain look that I like are all jerks, and I'm not going to talk to any of them, and I might talk to somebody else that's not, you know, doesn't meet all those criteria that I initially walked in with.
No, like, I like short girl.
I don't particularly care about the height because my ex-wife, Rose, you know about this one. She was short, and now she's kind of portly, but we ain't going to talk about that. We're going to leave that alone. Shout out to my ex-wife. Hope you're doing all right. Anyways, so as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I took a shot at her. I did. I still love my daughter though. Yeah, baby, I love you. But anyways, so as far as I'm concerned, BBWs me like I tell everybody this. I said, hey, would you eat a turkey leg with no meat? They said, well, nah. I eat turkey legs kind of fat, you know, kind of big, you know. I said, okay. So when you go to Six Flags, you gotta buy a turkey leg. And then he goes, some skinny ass turkey leg, skinny, ain't no meat on it. You gonna eat that shit? Like, no. I want the big turkey. I was like, exactly. So why you want your girl skinny? I can't hold nothing. I can't squeeze on or nothing. She hold on me for one. No, we didn't warm each other up. I need some meat.
How are y'all guessing these weight numbers? Because
I don't.
I never in my life know how much my man weighs.
That's Darnell. That's not me.
I'm real technical, bro. I'm real technical, man. I'm real specific, man.
I'm not gonna say the girl weighs.
Do you have her on a scale?
No.
I'm not gonna say if a girl.
I can tell you why. Because a girl at 180, you like a size like 9. You know what I mean?
Oh.
No, I don't know, but okay, I'll come at you with it. Okay, so I think that girl 180, right, is usually like, you know, a certain size. Like if she 5'2", it's nice. You're not, you know, she's short, it's nice. You know what I mean? And then you got a girl who's 6 foot, who's there 6 foot, and then she might be, you know, like
skinny.
No, like she might be like 250, like she might can wear it. You know what I mean?
What, Megan Stallion?
Megan Thee Stallion bad. But I would consider Megan Thee Stallion.
We talking about normal girls, though.
Right.
We talking about Megan Thee Stallion,
Yeah,
fucking Cardi B, over here drugging niggas and shit.
Yeah, but let me talk though. But see, okay, like Megan Thee Stallion, okay, to me, she's not a big beautiful woman. You know what I mean? She's thick. A big beautiful woman to me is a woman that's I can't say it.
I mean, you have criteria for beauty, and that's and have your criteria for beauty. I'm not trying to criticize what that looks like for you, right? That's you. That's what you like.
Right.
But to throw out a number to say, BBW women meet this criteria as a whole is just your perspective, though. It's not the general consensus of what a BBW woman looks like.
But here's my thing. For me, there's no number. I'm not gonna walk up to you and say, "Hey, step on this scale real quick. I gotta make sure you meet my criteria." I'm gonna see what's in front of me. Hey, I mean, Rose, you know this because you've worked with me before, and everybody said, and I'm just gonna clear this up right now. For any of you Knicks people out there, Laurel Rich, anybody that ever worked with me, just because I talk to somebody does not mean I'm flirting. God damn, can nigga talk? Shit. Because every time I walk into somebody, oh, there go Ben, you over here flirting again. Like, I'm like, damn, I can't have a conversation with nobody. Like, I could be talking to Rose. Oh, Ben flirting.
That's how you make sales, though. Anyway.
I mean, that's it. We were in healthcare, bro. Like, she worked in the cab at first, and then she was working in admissions. And I mean, I know Rose from back in the Gap. So, hey, what's up, Rose? Oh, there go Ben flirting again with that new employee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just talking to her, having a conversation. Now, as far as BBWs are concerned, or just any woman in general, if I find her kind of attractive, hey, how you doing? My name is Ben. But it doesn't mean I'm trying to, like, hey, so you want to go out some drinks later? Like, you want to go on whiskey later? Like, it's not about that. Like, I'm just talking to you. And if it goes there, it goes there. You don't have a boyfriend, you're cool, and every check mark is checked off, basically. Then cool. But as soon as you say, oh, my boyfriend, my fiance, my baby daddy, that's like you're in the automatic friend zone. Like until you say otherwise, I'm not looking for no trouble.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just one of those things. Like I'm not trying to be in that boat where they come to me. I'm looking for Ben. Ben who? Ben Felipe don't work here. No, Ben Newsom. Like, I don't know that. I don't know Ben Newsom. Are you Ben Newsom? No, right? You know, what you looking for? I'm gonna kill his ass. Like, oh. Why? I'm such a husband. Oh. Well, she down there, bro. You want to go look for her? You know? I got time for that. I'm 34 years old. I got time for it. So. To me, being a BBW, it's not about size or what she looks like. It's more of I see something in front of me. She may be a little bit thicker. She may be a little bit skinnier or whatever, but I like the thick ones. And then I'm going to talk to you from there. I don't really care what your weight is.
Okay,
because you might carry very well.
Where did you put Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah? Man, shit. Wait, when she was thick or when she was like
right now?
Right now when
she was
like medium BBW.
Okay.
She's like a medium.
Okay, Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion's a BBW. No? Well, fuck, I don't know, dude. I don't really know what Megan Thee Stallion look like, to be honest with you, bro.
What?
Be honest. I heard she's like 6'2", 250.
She magically delicious.
She like Lucky Charms?
MJ, you like Lucky Charms.
I mean, I'm just saying, I've never seen her, so I mean.
I don't like her music, but she magically delicious.
I'm just saying, I mean, I don't know, so Megan Thee Stallion, is she magically delicious?
So you want me to date for Fragile, is what you're saying?
No, I need you to, no, you don't even get in that. That's a whole other podcast for Peppers, for her podcast, but you know, that's, you gotta be kind of sturdy as far as I'm concerned. So, as far as Megan Thee Stallion is concerned, I put her in like the luscious, delicious BBW category. You know what I'm saying? Like Lip smacking category.
Okay, how about, let me see. Name somebody.
Think.
Please no porn stars. I just
Whoa.
I'm not a porn star, so you know I fell in that category.
I'm trying to think of a guy that.
Charlie, don't do that.
No, but okay, we're gonna come back.
Maybe I
Okay,
But we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to that.
We're gonna come back to the dude. We're gonna name dude.
Okay, we're gonna name dude. We're gonna come back to that. But right now, the girl. Name girl.
Let's see. Trying to pick somebody that's got it. Looks like they might have a little extra on. Maybe like well, Adele now looks like she's really thinned out, right? Would you
Adele
still
was
consider
alright.
plus size?
When she first came out, yeah.
I would nail it. But
When she
you
first
know
came
how I
out,
would
yeah.
nail it up, bro? Honestly, on the cool, it's like, okay, so it's two of them, right?
Okay.
So the first one played the blind side, Sandra Bullock. She can get it.
Okay, so
Sandra Bullock can get it. I don't give a damn. how she.
Yeah,
Sandra Bullock, it's thrill. Sandra Bullock.
that's kind of thing.
Okay, Sandra Bullock. That's how I'm saying. Anybody would nail Sandra Bullock. Okay, I'll give Pepper would nail Sandra Bullock. Okay, Rose, you might nail Sandra Bullock. Next one, Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston for Friends.
Selma Hayek.
What you mean?
Selma Hayek is way better.
Fuck Selma. You know what?
No.
Selma,
Nah,
I don't know, bro.
I'm actually
Jennifer Aniston, Selma Hayek. I don't know, bro. Look. Hey, I read an article, right? Selma Hayek. There's no lie. I know it's kind of fits in with you. No lie. She said, as she's gotten older, her breast size has gotten bigger.
Yeah.
Like she said it. Like she said herself, my breast size has gotten bigger. I'm like, damn. Like, shit. What you want? What I'm saying. So I'm saying, Sandra Bullock, Jennifer Aniston, and last but not least, Halle Berry. Halle Berry will catch it. You know what? Foxy Brown catch it too. I don't give a damn how old she get. And Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett still catch it.
Angela Bassett.
I don't give a damn. Look, she still look good.
That's serious.
Look, if I ain't come around like, hey, Ike, you can be the later. I gotta get that real quick.
That's serious.
Look. If Angela Bassett came to your crib and said, hey, nigga, you mine, what you gonna say?
What she been?
She said, nigga, you mine now. Fuck that
I said,
bitch.
you gonna have to call 911 after we done. Okay, so bro, pick a woman.
A BBW woman?
That's whatever come to your mind.
An attractive woman, right?
That's whatever come to your mind.
Shit, she be ugly. That's all right. Ugly one you love too.
Gina Rodriguez.
Gina Rodriguez, who's that?
Who's that? I mean, you gotta Google her. I couldn't really tell you.
What is she in? Where's she in?
I think she's beautiful.
What is she in?
She was in this movie on Netflix called Someone Great.
Yeah,
and then
you
she
killed
was
me.
on this show called Jane the Virgin.
Nope, don't know how
Oh
either.
yeah.
You see?
I don't think she doesn't look like. Nah, she's skinny.
Nah, she had BBW.
Alright.
What Dre say? Yeah, I like my woman
You got
BBW.
BBW. No, I just you got the other that's
Oh. She. Yeah, she get it. Yeah, she get it.
Okay.
Yeah, she get it.
What's up, girl on the Fast and Furious, bro?
Oh no, that's my girl.
Lady.
Yeah, that's my girl.
What's her name? Michelle Rodriguez?
Yeah, that's my
You
girlfriend.
can get it.
Yeah.
Lady,
She was-
And
hey.
apparently across the board, everybody.
You know she got that eye. She got that eye thing going on. She still get
She
it.
was born at Nick's downtown.
What?
Oh, what?
You lying?
Google it. She was born Nick's downtown.
Well, my phone's recording it, so I can't. I gotta Google it.
All right. Well, she just trust me. She was.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so I guess we got an answer, guys, for y'all. What y'all into more? Sports stars, movie stars? What are you into?
Man, I'll tell you who.
No. I want to know what you're into first, and I'll name it.
Don't really watch too much sports except for I guess MMA.
Okay.
and usually those guys are pretty fit, and I'm not really in too much to fit dudes.
Yeah. Well, I know there's one that's kind of like, it's kind of big, but you probably wouldn't know who I'm talking about. You can look up on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, Tank Abbott.
How you spell it?
Tank, Tank Abbott. Tank Abbott. He's an MMA guy. He's kind of on the portly side.
I guess if I had to go based strictly on looks, not ever like hearing anything he says, not reading a profile. If he said something that was, respectful to me, I would continue a conversation. He's not a bad looking dude. He's a little older, but I like older too,
Well, we're talking about we was in his era, old enough,
like his younger days. I saw a couple of pictures, and he wasn't like a terrible looking dude. He's alright.
He still looks the same, actually, from when his younger days to his older days.
He's got more like a ZZ Top beard going on.
Yeah, he's got that was a thing back in the day, so that's what he's got going on. Okay, for both of y'all, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
I would die. Like, he's so massive. He would kill me.
What you mean? Like, so is he too fit?
Yes.
So you would?
To me, yeah.
Okay. So what about you?
Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't have walked up to him and had a conversation.
You would have?
No, because he's a fit guy, and I wouldn't assume that he would be interested in me. But if he came to me and talked to me, and he said something that, was intriguing, then, I would carry on a conversation.
So that's my question. Do women get just as scared as men do of rejection?
Worse. Because y'all guys are used to getting rejected all the time. We're not used to that. So then when you start, I'm like, hey, what's up? Let's, go, do karaoke this weekend. And I've asked you a couple times, and you're like, no. You know what? I'm going to start thinking it's something wrong with me, because I don't get told no.
Right.
So it's hard.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend like that one time. She looked at me when I told her no. I said, no, we're going to do it this way. And she looked at me like I shot her. And I said, what? She's like, nobody tells me no. I looked at her and said, well, I told you no. And guess what? No. And she did not like that. But we compromised.
I usually try to be nice to them because I've been rejected a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
But, so, like,
What you talking about? I'm fat too, nigga.
You ain't pretty something.
So we gotta put a cap on the side now.
Yeah.
That's how you feel.
That's how I know.
That's how you feel.
That's how I know it. So basically, though, let's say like I knew how it feels to be rejected.
Yeah.
And I know how it feels for somebody to be excited about talking to you.
Yeah.
So then I was just like, I felt privileged that she talked to me. And so I went out with her and we just became friends. So I'm like, why people can't be friends? But I became friends with her. She was cool and, and I don't feel like you got to hurt somebody because you're not attracted to them.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And,
unless that person's disrespectful.
Right. But, a lot of times, man, like, when you, like, a lot of times, like, when somebody's, like, bigger and they'll go to somebody that, more fit or whatever, then they feel kind of like, that's brave to me. Because in that society, you feel like a bigger person ain't supposed to be with a person that got, like, a perfect body or, whatever. So.
You mean sort of like when, it was Lizzo and Chris Evans, right? And she was messaging him. Like she's a,
I'm not a Lizzo fan.
Well, I'm just saying, you heard about that, right? Where she was like tweeting him or something, talking about that's her baby's dad and stuff. And he's like, it was just a drunk text. You didn't hear that?
Lizzo go too far.
Well, I thought it was hilarious. I was thoroughly entertained, and I was like, I would have never
My whole thing, like,
gone on and approached him. So
I go from my stuff kind of is more deeper rooted because you knew me in high school. You didn't really know me, Rose. I know I never spoke to you in high school. No offense, but I just never spoke.
What did you do, Rose?
No, we just never spoke. We just she was a class below me. I didn't really talk to her like that. I was more of a loner, and I had my little group of friends. We were kind of the outcast group, and that group I don't even talk to them anymore. Like they just kind of like all kind of dispersed and disappeared. Like one went to the military. I don't know where the hell he's at now. His name's Picture Carol. Amanda Hurley. She married some dude, and that's really all I've heard about them. Like I think she had a couple kids, and I constantly on Facebook here and there. So when I found out people went to Jets, I'm like, oh shit, all the Jets. Oh, I saw you walking around. Like, well, damn, spoke to me. Like, oh well, you kind of seem like I was not popular. I was not, and I was fat. So my junior year, I weighed 260. My senior year, I came off the medication. I weighed about 210. So I lost about 50 pounds.
Right.
And like you can see it in my pictures. I'm like, so I kind of spoke to people, but I didn't really talk to them. And Pepper, I talked to you. I didn't know you were 05. I thought you were 6, honestly. So I kind of talked to people, but everybody, once I graduated, everybody's kind of disappeared. So my social life didn't really honestly start until I went to college. And I still had the fat guy mentality. Like, man, she ain't trying to talk to me, I'm fat. And when I went to college, I was 210. I came back 177 at the time. Oh, you get sick again? I'm like, no, just playing basketball, I'm lifting weights, I'm doing all this stuff. So my social life, as far as like talking to women or just talking to people in general, was kind of stunted, and at that aspect because I didn't really talk to anybody. I just kind of kept in my little group, and then if that group wasn't there, I just kind of by myself. So I went to football games, I went to dances, but it's kind of like I'm in the background.
You got two popular kids, bro. You got the kids, popular kids that get invited to everything.
And the one that don't?
And the ones that don't. See, I was the one that didn't get invited to nothing. And that kind of messes up your mind, too. Because I go to, like, high school things, I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Like, everybody around me, like, knows what they talking about. I'm like, damn, I didn't get invited to that shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then you think you popular, but in reality, you not. And that blows, it's like, damn.
Really blows your mind.
Yeah, like
I didn't have to worry about that though. I never had to worry about being popular because I wasn't. So when I was in the weight room, one of the football players comes to me, hey man, let me spot you real quick. I'm thinking like, oh man, it's cool. I got a football player spotting me. I'm like, all right, cool. And they're like, oh shit, I can't get it. He's like, oh man, don't worry about it. But then like now they see me, I'm doing that same weight that I was doing before, and they become a regular person. High school is a place that you put people on a pedestal. And the popular ones are like, man, I just want to be like everybody else. And the ones that are like everybody else was like, I want to be like the popular person. So when you get out of school, it becomes a level playing field.
So I think college is like that.
But when you go to college, hold on. When you go to college, you got the outcast football players that were playing, like they played at your school and they playing at that same college you're going to, and all of a sudden they become the standout.
If you're on a football team and you go to Tech or any big school where you on TV, you are a god on that campus. You are not a regular person. If you got a Letterman, you are a god on that campus.
No, not Angelo State.
That's saying Texas Tech or Texas or A&M or
well, yeah,
Baylor.
we're talking about Big 12 schools like we're supposed to talk about on Thursday when nobody came through. Yeah, I'm calling you out. I'm just playing with you, man.
Yeah. But
they were supposed to come through for the Big 12 conversation and SEC conversation, but nobody came through. Duck easy. Talking to you, dog.
But yeah, so that's just real.
Well, I didn't go to a big school. I went to Angelo State. You remember Kyle Fox, right?
Mm-mm.
No, don't remember. You don't remember him? The running back at Judson.
No,
Okay.
wasn't part
Well,
of that. I guess.
Anyways, like I'm so see. I mean, everybody knows about that, but Kyle Fox was the running back there, and I run into every once in a while. I run into Kyle. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Hey, what's up, Ben? But high school, he said, "Hey, who's Ben?" He was like, "I don't know." He wouldn't know who the hell I was or who I am. But it's like it's kind of weird how once you become normal people, he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I remember you were in high school. I talked to." No, you didn't. I wasn't there on that. I wasn't at that party. I wasn't on the football. What are you talking about? I wasn't even on the football team. What are you talking about? I mean, you were. No, that was not me. Everybody kind of forgets, like, you were here. I was here. If you weren't a football player, you couldn't get into a fight and not get suspended. You was a football player. Oh, let me take care. I got him. I'll run him. I'll make a run. So he gets away. Me, I get suspended. Parents get called, but football player get in a fight. Oh, it's called a coach. They'll take care of it. So that was Judson, but that's Judson though. That's Judson in general. If you're not an athlete, you don't count.
That's college time.
I don't think me or Pepper understand that concept. I mean,
That's college time for 10.
No, I'm saying that.
But that's for men though.
No, that's women too. Females too, like female basketball players.
Female athletes? You're talking about female athletes?
Yeah.
In high school versus college?
Yeah.
How they're perceived?
Well,
I don't see it that way. I don't know. Maybe Pepper has a different perspective on it. I don't see it that way.
I see it as if you're an athlete, period, male or female, you're going to get more leeway than you are if you're just a regular student. Female may not get the same.
We're in Texas.
You may not get the same treatment, but you're gonna get some kind of leeway.
Like this is what I've seen in tech. You was a football player. You was a guy on that school. Okay? Lineman, whatever. You know what I mean? If you had that letterman on, you was a guy at that school. Softball, not so much. Baseball, not so much. Basketball. The women's basketball team sold out more than the men's basketball team when I went there. But then I don't know how it is now since they played for that championship. I don't know how it is now.
The men's team, when they play Virginia?
Well, when they played on that championship.
They play Virginia, lost.
Okay,
Yes.
we're not talking about that. But they
Yeah,
played for
that's
that
lost.
championship. But okay, whatever. So then I don't know about that. But the higher you get up to where they can make money, the more they can do what they need to do. You know, no. On the real though, I had a class and it was a girl. I don't remember the girl's name or what sport she was in, but she would always be late, and so she would have like a letterman on something to let people know she was in sports, and the professor would stop what she was doing and get this girl's ass. So sometimes the opposite. But yeah, when you in a school like Alabama or some school that's on TV constantly, and if you in LSU, you gonna be on TV. You in them schools like USC, you gonna be on TV. Notre Dame, you gonna be on TV. Yeah, you can't be
at a party and get into it with somebody and not expect it to be reported.
But you are bigger than life. You're a celebrity. You know what I mean?
At the time.
And you can walk up to any girl you want, and it probably gonna happen.
I don't know about
It ain't gonna happen. You gotta
I wasn't that guy at Judson. So honestly, like I said, Judson it's a well known school, especially in this side of town. Like Converse Judson, I mean, you had who we have? Gerard Douglas. We had Chauncey Campbell. We had Kyle Fox. We've had multiple Philip Gaines. He's I don't know if he's still.
Yeah, he never had a quarterback though, right?
Not really,
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are kind of give them the ball, do what they got to do. Joe Walden.
Pepper, do you know any of those names? Pepper?
No, not at all. I
Okay.
believe it or not, I went to
Alright.
most of the games. I was on one of the dance teams, but I didn't follow that
That's because y'all. Okay, let me not say that.
because it
Y'all
wasn't
just
an
don't follow.
interest
Y'all
of mine.
don't. Exactly. It's not an interest of yours, but people that are interested in those things, like I follow where people went, where they go, and what they're doing. Like, are you coaching now? Are you playing? What happened? Did you get hurt? Were you just not? Was the league not for you? That's just my interest. That's my interest. That's why I could do. I could follow people.
Yeah, I mean, and I follow a couple of my classmates or people that and like one of them, he's like a lawyer or something. I've kind of followed.
Like Rob Hausler, he played at Justin. He was tight end.
Did Sammy Morrison go to Jefferson?
Same who?
Sammy Morrison.
What year was he?
I don't know. I know I'm trying to protect. He knocked me on my ass. I always remember that shit. Because he was like a fullback. He made it to the pro. And like I think he went to Madison. I don't know where he went to. But yeah, I was minding my business, bro. And we had these little dummy pads on. And so, starting offensive line, so they blocked me. I'm trying to make the team. And so they blocked me, so you tackling dummy, right? And the old boy, I got in the hole, right? And the old boy said, blah! I said, okay, well, cool, bro.
Joe, bro.
Cool. But then he made the NFL, so I was kind of proud about that. I said, I got to knock on my ass with somebody.
That's why he made it. Exactly.
So, yeah, so I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying?
Even if he didn't play, it's like, well, shit, I got on my ass.
No, he played. He started. I think he started. I think he played for. I forgot what team he played for, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, okay, well, that's what's up.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Y'all don't need us for this, right?
No, we do. So to wrap it up, basically, like I said, I put that post up to kind of, get a reaction and understand where we're coming from. Like we talked about Rose earlier. We talked about it a little more in depth. There's more to it, and not everybody is gonna be like. We all have different attractions. And obviously, catcalling for Pepper is a big pet peeve. That's a no-no, which I
think that's like that for a lot of women, not just me.
Well, just saying for you, that's what you said, but I think it is a big no-no for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't personally do it because I don't want to be like, man, that's another guy that's over there in the crowd. I want to stand out, And that's just me. I'm not gonna be like, hey, what's up, girl? There's a big old titty over there. I see that. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna get your attention. Like if I were, hey, I think you dropped this back there. No, I didn't. But
My fault.
at least I got your attention now. So I want to talk to you. My name's Ben. That's what I would do. I think you dropped this back there. Like that's not what I like. Well, you can have it though. My name's Ben. What are you doing? That's what I would do, personally. But that's just me. I ain't trying to call nobody out, I'm just saying. But catcalling, I think for a lot of people, a lot of women, it's a no-no. JD's got anything to say there? I mean, no catcalling.
I just feel like we all look, and I feel like you got to find ways to look and not get caught.
Indiscreetly.
Straight up, because I'm a master at that. But anyway, man, so thank y'all ladies for joining.
I really appreciate it because, sometimes I got people who kind of flaky. Yeah, I'll come, and they just never show up. Don't call me, don't text. Oh, I was going to go on that, and I just never came. So when we make it big, those of you that blew us off, you know who I'm talking to. Don't come back. But y'all can come back. Y'all will come back anytime. Anytime you want to come back. Rose, you know my number. Anytime you want to come back. Pepper, you know my number. Anytime y'all want to come back, talk to us. You see something controversial I put up there, or you just like, hey, we want to talk about this. Please, let us know.
Rose, what's your final thought?
What's my what?
Final thought, like you was on Jerry Springer. What's your final thought?
I mean, match the energy. Whatever you want the girl to react to, you better present it. You have to present the same way. Otherwise, you come at disrespectful, you're going to be disrespected.
How about you, Miss Pepper?
I would just say, always, be thinking about putting your best foot forward because, you may not think yourself too highly. But you never know if the person that you're going to approach, would. And as long as you have presented yourself the way you want, your potential next match to be, and then you treat them like they're your potential next match, you're gonna have a lot better chance of that being your potential next match,
I guess my final thought, since everybody's putting final thoughts in there, since I came up with this, oops. For those of you that are calling me out, it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, I do get caught up kind of, glancing or looking or staring, or whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, attraction, I tend to be attracted to a lot of different people, a lot of different women in general. And sometimes it's not even what you think I'm looking at. I could be just looking at you in general just to come have a conversation with you. Doesn't mean I'm trying to get anything out of it except for a conversation. So keep an open mind. If you see me looking or whatever, of course, you're going to call me out, you're going to call me out. And, I'm going to deny it, I'm going to say yes. But in particular, it's not always about what I see. Like, what I see may attract me, but what I'm hearing is probably going to, what I'm listening to is probably going to attract me more. I want to know what's going to come out your mouth after the initial contact. How are you doing? My name's Ben. So what are you going to say next? I want to know I want to hear what you got to say. Because after that, okay, I seen it. It got my attention. Now what you going to say? Because if you ain't got nothing to say to me, this just going to be, okay, well, that's me.
I just feel like this, man. If you're all adults, have fun, be respectful. I'm not afraid to comment on a woman's body part, but you got to be respectful about it. You got to be respectful about it. Well, the next episode is episode, I believe, 47. And we have my friend Don Davis, and he's the father of the state champion Katie running backs, and they shared it was two brothers, and they shared a backfield. And I was just like, wow, that's kind of impressive, especially if one is the older brother, one is the younger brother. I thought
is he bringing them with him?
Probably not. Because they in Houston, so they'll probably be. Well, they ain't Katie, but they'll probably be on the phone. So at least his dad. So we'll go from there. And thank you for joining the Young Man Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and join us on episode 47.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Wait.